D Mace's The Rant, and I'm D Mace, your ranter, and this is the Rant Nation. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So tonight, guys, I just wanted to get on here. I thought it would be fitting to do a video for the Bel Air show that came on, and I think I covered maybe one or two episodes of that. Then they went off the air, not went off the air, but they went off for, their break and they came back. Well, they came back, and this is actually the last season for that show. And so I watched it last night, watched it all the way through, and I thought it was really, really good. I enjoyed the show. It's based off of course, the 90s show Fresh Prince of Bel Air, which is actually a story about the real life person who created this. And so with this particular iteration of it, they took it away from the comedy aspect of it, and they made it more of a serious thing where you had the comedic parts at times, but it was more of a serious thing and just a different look and a different view. And so I did enjoy it. I love seeing the Black power in there. I did love seeing the Black love. I did love seeing just all the different aspects of it. One of the things that I liked was how they changed a couple of things, a couple of nuances with Jeffrey's character. Jeffrey wasn't just the butler. Jeffrey was a former drug dealer. Jeffrey was a former boss, and he showed that, man. And so there was that dynamic, the dynamic of Will and Carlton bumping heads and then becoming really, really friends, becoming brothers, watching that. So there were a lot of different things that I thought was pretty good. They did make a few changes, whereas the Nicholas became Nicolette. They changed it from a boy to a girl. That was the last kid that Vivian and what's her name had. And so Phil and Vivian. And so they changed that nuance at the end of the show, and it was a little girl. A couple things I didn't like about it, but I'm not really going to get into that. I'm just going to really talk about what I did like about it. And so what I did like about it was, all the other things that I have shared with you, but then also some of the callbacks that they were doing. I thought it was really cool that they had the old Aunt Viv in it. They had the second Aunt Viv. Y'all know Daphne, I forget her last name, Daphne somebody. They had her in there in the first season, which was cool. Then, of course, they brought in the last season, they brought in the original Aunt Viv, the OG. And so seeing her on it, they gave her a really good role. She was a birthing coach or a what they call it, some kind of a nurse where they visit your house or something like that. Anyway, it was great seeing her on there, man. She did a phenomenal job. She looked amazing. And so just seeing her operate in that role, working with Vivian, that was really cool. And just a lot of different things that were really cool about this show, man. The other thing I did like about it too is they brought Tyra Banks. They brought Tyra Banks in as Vivian's sister, one of Vivian's sisters. Had my boy Marlon Wayans in there. He played Lou, who was Will's father. The other thing, the thing that really touched me about it last night was the closing of it all. And how Will got accepted to the school. The other thing they did was they changed their destinies, if you will. Will chose an Ivy League school. Carlton chose a HBCU, which was interesting. And so they all got accepted there, but get ready to leave, and they're leaving, and Will had to leave a week earlier before to get to school and get everything done, and boom, boom, boom. Well, Carlton said he wanted to go with him, so Carlton had some time, so he went with Will. And so as they're going to take Carlton and Will to the airport, they stop and they go to the overlook of the city of LA. And so they're just kind of looking over and like, man, the city's beautiful, boom, 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 all that kind of stuff. And they're talking and just kind of, reminiscing about things. Well, what happens is Will Smith walks up. Will Smith is my boy. So Will Smith walks up and he's talking to him. And so the younger Will doesn't recognize that that's him, in the future. He just thinks he's talking to some stranger. And so he's dropping some bombs on him. He's dropping some knowledge on him, telling him, man, you're young, you're going to make some mistakes, boom, 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 you're going to be okay. He's just dropping all kind of knowledge on him, man. And that just really touched me. I was like, yo, that is so cool. And just, he was just saying some things that even was resonating with me. I'm like, yo, that's true. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. And then when Jazz and Carlton came back to him, they said, hey man, you ready to go? And he said, yo, I just want to get a couple more nuggets from this OG right here. And they're like, who are you talking to? And he looks around and the guy's not there, and he realizes, yo, that was me from the future. Anyway, I thought this was a very fitting, very great close out of it. Very touching, man. Vivian and the family, they moved out of the house because Ashley wanted to go to another school, and so they had Nicolette, and so everybody was moving on. Jeffrey, he moved and he went to go be with his wife and his son in Kingston, Jamaica. Hillary, she ended up moving to Costa Rica, and she opened up a business there. And so Jazz comes in business, or her and Jazz, they were just in each other's hearts. So anyway, I thought it was a really, really good last season of that show. Let me know, did you guys enjoy the Bel Air show? Have you checked it out? Have you not? Are you going to check it out? I thought it was pretty good. At first, when I first heard about it, I was like, man, I don't want to see no this. And then it's not even going to be funny anymore. I don't want to see this. But I actually liked it. I actually enjoyed the different nuances that they brought to this show. So anyway, guys, that is Bel Air. Again, this is D Mason's A Rant, and this is your Rant Nation. Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it so much. Have a great, great rest of your evening and an even better week.